Welcome to Normal to Formal Podcast. I'm your host, Tia Young. I'm the founder of Tia Young Image and Etiquette. I help my clients learn the soft skills for success through professional development and etiquette training. The topic for today's podcast is Holiday Party Etiquette, episode number 42. Are you hosting or attending a holiday party or gathering with friends or family? Well, I have a few do's and don'ts for you and tips to make sure your holiday party season goes well. First of all, I'm going to mostly address holiday guest etiquette. Because when you're the host, you normally have everything together. You've sent out the invitations, whether it's electronically, through a phone call, or just word of mouth. People know that the party or the gathering is going to be at your house. So you have a lot of planning to do before, during, and after the event. So I'm going to focus on the guest. So if you are invited to a holiday party, make sure you know all of the details, the address, the time that it starts, the dress code. Let's start with the details of the address. Whenever hosting an event or party, think about parking. Is it going to be easy for the guest or more difficult for them to park? Do they have to valet and pay extra money? Do they have to walk 2 or 3 blocks to get to the actual party location? So keep that in mind as well. For me, at my house, we normally host Thanksgiving or Christmas at our house. And we do have a gate, and you need the gate code to get in, because years ago we had a party at our house and invitations were sent out through the mail. And you had to RSVP in order to get the code to get in the gate. A couple people forgot to RSVP, but came to the house anyway. So when they called the gate and we were busy, we weren't able to answer the phone, and then they left. I found out later that they had come, were not able to get in, and I was very disappointed. But you also have to keep in mind that RSVP is very important, and that stands for Répondez s'il vous plaît in French, which means respond please. The host or hostess needs to know who is coming and how many are coming to be able to provide the appropriate amount of not only food, but seating and those kind of things that will be available. When you are invited, what is the dress code? Most times for holidays, unless it's an evening, more special occasion, it's going to be nice casual. But think the next step above that. So you might add a little bit more sparkle in your top for the ladies, and men maybe wearing dress shoes instead of tennis shoes. So think of a little bit nicer than you would normally wear when you are attending a party at someone's home or at an event center. What can you bring? You always want to bring a hostess gift. Even if they say, don't bring anything, just come and enjoy yourself. Don't believe them. Just go ahead and be nice and bring something very simple. It could be a bottle of wine, but don't expect them to open that bottle of wine when you're there. Let them enjoy that at another time. Another thing you might be able to bring, maybe some flowers or a candle or some chocolate, just something simple to show your appreciation for them hosting. So always come with a hostess gift or a host gift. Also, they might need something at the last minute that they forgot to purchase at the grocery store. A bag of ice, a lot of times, is what I might need at the last minute. Or some soft drinks, iced tea or lemonade. Things like that. Even dessert. Most of the time when we host at our home, it's potluck. Now, we would provide the bigger items, the meats, but we might need assistance, or we would like assistance with the side items or a salad or dessert. Even paper goods. Do you have ask them if they have enough cups and glasses and plates that can always be used, not only at that time of the event, but later for another event. So now that we're at the party, what time should we arrive? If the party, for instance, starts at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you don't want to get there before 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And that happens all the time to me. And I'm never on time because I'm preparing the food, I'm making sure the house is clean. And then when someone comes 30 minutes or an hour early, it kind of discombobulates me, so to speak. But I go ahead and let them in, but then I put them to work. Okay, they can't just sit down and watch me ramble around the kitchen trying to get everything situated. They're going to help. So I have them setting something up or putting out some little appetizers or something like that. Because I'm going to have to change because I'm not changed for the event yet or the gathering because I've been getting everything squared away and ready. So I have them answer the door for me if somebody else comes a little early. But if the party starts at 3, come between 3, let's say 10 and 3:30. Not too early and not too late. You want to give the host time to prepare everything because they don't want you to see something partially set up. They want you to come in and see how beautiful everything when it is complete. So not too early. Many times the guests that will come, you have to think about people that might not get along so well. And you might think, well, why invite that person? Well, if they're family, you have to make sure that you invite everybody. It's a special time of year. Make sure you enjoy everybody, even if you might not agree on everything. Which brings me to conversations that you may have. Try to stay away from any topic that will cause controversy and arguments. And of course, politics is on the top of that list. Now, some people don't mind talking about politics. I don't. In my home, I just don't, like arguments because there's always going to be one opinion compared to the another one, and they're going to argue about it. So you want to keep that conversation upbeat, maybe sports, maybe the new movie that just came out, whatever it is, but keep it upbeat and happy. For the younger attendees, the children or the teenagers or the millennials, you don't want them sitting around bored. You know they're going to have their phone in their hand. Have them maybe put together karaoke or some kind of game or contest. Even since they're going to have that phone in their hand, they can take pictures, candid shots of the guests, of the food. They can play music and put together some kind of a sound, like a DJ for everybody to enjoy the music. So keep them busy taking pictures and playing games and not just sitting in the corner doing nothing. When you arrive as a guest, don't go straight for the food and drink. Sit down first, greet the host, give them the host gift, offer to help in any way, but do not begin to eat until someone has said it is time to eat. And how do you know when it's time to eat? They'll normally say some kind of blessing or prayer, some kind of welcome, and then it'll be time to eat. And normally you want, let's say, the more mature or the more elderly to go first, and you may offer to get the plate for them if they have a hard time walking, and give them the best seating. Now, I don't mind sitting with the plate on my lap because it's going to be a certain amount of seating with tabletop compared to maybe on the couch with the plate. But always be very, very careful when you are. And when you are having the conversations walking around and you're not eating at the time, hold your drink in your left hand because we're going to shake with our right hand when you're meeting someone new. So make sure you put that drink in your left hand. Clean up after yourself. After we've all eaten, the prayers have been said, we always offer to help clean up. And when you see things like an empty cup on the counter, or someone's finished a plate that didn't move it, or the dessert table is getting a little messy from crumbs, you don't even need to ask. Just go get a paper napkin, wipe that spot, pick up the extra, anything that's on the side, on the floor. You see the trash bag overflowed with plates and napkins and cups? take that bag and ask, where can I put this full bag? And I'll put a new one in. So look to find what can be done. Also, never go in rooms that the party is not in. You're normally going to be in the kitchen, the family room, or the den, maybe outside by the pool or the courtyard. But don't go upstairs to private bedrooms or into the master's bedroom unless that's your home. So do not go in areas where you are not invited. Now, drinking. There will be alcoholic beverages more than likely. Everybody doesn't drink, but if you do enjoy a drink or two, limit it to a maximum of 2. You don't want that host to be responsible if something happens to you because you drank a little bit too much and drove home. So keep that in mind, or have a designated driver that comes along with you. And also, you don't want to start dancing on top of the table because you've just gotten wild and crazy and loose from drinking a little bit too much. So keep that in mind. We do not want any accidents to happen, and we want you to be safe when you leave. No networking. Now, networking is fine casually, but you don't want to go around and tell everybody at the party about your business and you're trying to sell them on why your services or your products are the best. That's not the place to do that. Now, if they are interested, they will ask you to give you more information, but do not go around selling yourself at a holiday party. If there's games played, make sure you participate and don't just sit on the wall like a wallflower. Participate in the karaoke. Even, I'm not a great singer, but I'm going to do my best. And people love that you at least try. So play the games, whatever they may be. And don't just kind of say, oh, no, I don't want to play. Just give it a try. And at the end of the party, you don't want to be the last one there. You see, the host is yawning. The kitchen is already cleaned. Everybody's gone, but you and a couple more people. It is time to go. Now, if they say to you, thank you so much for coming, God bless, good night, that means it's time to go. You don't want to say, well, let me wait to see the end of this such and such movie or eat the rest of it. No. Oh, and also about leaving and taking food. Do not ask to take food, but if the host offers, there's extra food if you like to take. I got some aluminum foil, I have some plastic containers, but don't go in there with your stuff from home, Tupperware and plastic containers, and start filling your containers with food, because they might be saving that for leftovers for the family or for people that might not have been able to attend that day that they might be saving it for. So only if they tell you it's okay, then you can go ahead and get a few things. And then just get one serving for yourself, not for the whole family or 5 people that's at home that wants a plate as well. So be considerate when it comes to that. And then for the goodbyes, don't just leave and don't let them know you're leaving. Thank the host for inviting you and for a great time. And then offer again. If there's anything else to help clean up, make sure you ask, what can you do to help? Now, these have just been a few things about holiday party etiquette or family holiday gatherings. So keep those things in mind, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Now, thank you so much for listening to Normal to Formal Podcast, Holiday Party Etiquette, episode number 42. I hope you've learned some new things about holiday party etiquette that you will use this year and the years to come. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.